You walked out in white, and I was like, they just painted me.
They just painted me too.
I know, so I was like, I didn't want to get anything on your shirt.
Yeah.
Welcome back. How are you feeling?
I'm doing really good.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me back.
Absolutely. You've had like a couple life changes since I've seen you.
Oh my gosh,
got married?
I got married, yes, and I had a little girl.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Little May.
The little cheeks.
Yeah, she's just, I know, you guys, she wakes up happy every single time she wakes up.
Oh.
She's just the sweetest little girl.
Which is great, because usually when you're a mom, you're like, just sleep a little longer.
I know.
Yeah, just a tiny longer. That's so exciting. So wait, you had a former co-star actually do the ceremony for you, right?
Yeah, Sam Waterston. Do you guys know Sam Waterston?
Yes.
Yeah. Sam Waterston. We were on the newsroom together, and I had said like years ago, I was like, hey, if I ever get married, like, will you be the one to officiate?
Yeah.
And so it was like 10 years later, I was like, hey, it's happening.
Calling in the favor.
Yeah, and it was a really sweet little ceremony. It was just Sam and his wife and our son Malcolm, and that was it. We had our daughter was born via surrogate because I couldn't carry her, and I was really sad. I was telling John, like, oh man, I wish that she was here, because in the photos, and she looks back on like the day mommy and daddy got married, Malcolm will be there, but she won't be there. And so he found this vintage locket, and he put her sonogram picture inside so that we had it on the, and he surprised me with that.
Okay. Just give me a minute. That's so sweet.
It was very emotional.
You got a good one.
I know, he's really thoughtful and sweet. And I've never been the girl who's thought about my wedding or thought about getting married.
I wasn't that girly.
No, I just have never put that thought into like I got my wedding dress off of Anthropologie.
Yeah.
Like I just literally bought it online.
Love it.
And
people spend way too much. I didn't have a big wedding either. Like we had something it was just me and his kids. Like it was the most beautiful wedding ever. It didn't work out. But it was but we're not taking away from the wedding.
But that day was nice. That
amazing. The wedding was amazing. No, so I hear that your son Malcolm.
Two great kids from
I have the most amazing kid. That's why when people look, it sucks to get divorced. It sucks when that happens, but you can't like negate all the beautiful things that happened and all the amazing things that happened out of it.
And the lessons learned as well.
Yeah. Now you don't want to talk about that for a good couple years, but like people bring that up and you're like, shut the up. How's your son doing though? I hear that you have little musical rituals. Is this true? Like you have little musical things y'all do?
Well, my son loves music, and his dad really got him into that. Oh, that's Malcolm. That's a week after we had our baby girl, when we became a family of 4.
And he's a Rocketeer.
Yeah. John plays music for him a lot, and he would just be over here with your band the whole time. He just has that ear. Like John will put on, he loves blue suede shoes, Elvis Presley. Yeah. But he goes, you put it on, he goes, no, the Carl Perkins version. Like he knows the difference.
Our kids should hang. My son's a little older, but he's the same. Or if you play a different version, but also if you sing it wrong. I'll be singing something, he's like, those aren't the words.
Yeah. And
I'm like, I'm sorry I've let you down.
I try to sing to him at night, and we're lying in, we have a floor bed for him, you know, those little kid floor beds, and we're lying in it, and I'm like, I start singing You Are My Sunshine, and he goes, no. And I go, oh, I think I said it wrong. And he goes, so I sing it, he goes, no, Mama, you can't sing. And I was like, do you don't want me to sing right now, or you don't like it when I sing? He goes, I don't like the way it sounds. And I said, oh, so funny.
I filter everything as everyone loved it.
Oh, well, but everyone
kids
does love it.
They say it, like whatever they're thinking.
Yeah, he does. He does, and it's the most fun. I think it's so funny. I think the crazier things he says, it just makes me laugh so much. John is much more like I will laugh in the moment of him doing something like knocking all the flowers off the table. I think that's so funny. Yeah. And John looks at me like, yeah. And because we're apparently trying to teach him not to do those things. Yeah. But I am the Mrs. Doubtfire of the situation. I am Robin Williams, and he is Sally Field.
That's okay. Both of you are there. It's gonna be fine. I laugh too. What I do is I laugh and I go, okay, points for being funny. Don't do it again. And I give the eyes. Yeah. All right, let's do a couple commercials with the help of someone in the audience.
Hi, Kelly. Olivia, you have no idea how much you shaped my life. I grew up watching The Newsroom a normal number of times, and your character, Sloan, helped me decide that I wanted to become a journalist. I was really moved by the passion that the show had at its best for telling the truth intelligently and persuasively and believing that can make a difference.
Yay!
Thank you. Don't go anywhere. Kelly has more with Olivia next.
We are back with Olivia Munn. That was a look at her new show, Dear Friends and Neighbors. You can see it now on Apple TV+. What made you want to do this series?
You know, I had gone through like it was like 5 years of not working, right? It was like, it was 2020 was COVID.
Yep.
Then there was 2021, I was pregnant. 2022, I had the worst postpartum anxiety. Then 2023, I had breast cancer. Then here was 2024.
Jesus.
I know.
Yeah, wow.
And then I was like, I actually had told my agents, I said, I think I want to go behind the scenes and just like edit or produce or write or something. So please don't put me up for anything. And then they called and they said, there's this new Apple show. John Hamm and Jonathan Tropper wrote it. Jonathan Tropper is an amazing novelist and writer. And we meet these characters. It's about the 1%, like the really wealthy people. And like how far people will go to maintain their wealth and their power. And John Hamm, he's this hedge fund guy who loses everything that he values. His wife leaves him for his best friend. He loses his job, and he has to start stealing from his rich friends and neighbors to keep
He
up
has
the
to?
Yeah.
I love that word.
Yeah, he has.
So obviously he's left with stealing.
Obviously, my only option is. And my character is the only one in this world that wasn't born into wealth. So she has this blue-collar upbringing. But we meet both of the characters when their lives are crumbling. And she's on the precipice of losing everything as well as she's going into the middle of this bad divorce. And it's doing
really well.
Yeah.
What was the thing I heard about Rotten Tomatoes? It was...
yeah, we're certified fresh. Yeah, today.
Certified fresh. I love that. I have to ask, have you ever stole anything? Like when you were younger? You won't get in trouble now.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, maybe from your mom you will, but yeah.
You know what? I've never said this out loud. I think maybe I've told only a handful of people in my personal life. So my mom and my biological father separated when I was like 6 months old. And my stepmother, Judy, who I love, for whatever reason in my little kid brain, I thought that my mom deserved everything that she had, so I used to steal her jewelry.
You're like a little Robin Hood. You're taking from the person who doesn't need it.
And she'd have like this, it was costume jewelry, but at the time I didn't know, but now I know, looking back, I know it was like, it had to have been costume jewelry.
Did she know?
Well, she never said, but I was a very good little Robin Hood. I would take a little, and I'd find something, I'd go, Mom, I found this in the playground. I found it in the dirt, and I would go put dirt on it and then show it to her and be like, look, this beautiful pearl earring. And my mom never questioned, like, where's all this? But I'd stole a lot of her jewelry.
Secretly, she's like, get the diamonds.
Yeah.
No, it's interesting though, like being divorced and having kids and that situation and other people are coming into the picture. You have conversations with your kids that other parents don't have with their kids until much older.
And I think also, like, being you were a kid with divorce as well, right? So I think the thing that we as parents forget is how much we are aware of as little kids and how much we remember.
It's funny too, because they're different though. Because so one of mine does remember, and then one of them
doesn't remember anything.
One of them was like, do you know my dad? And I was like, well, we run into each other at least twice.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh.
He didn't get the joke, obviously. So he was like, twice, okay, so you've seen each other. I was like...
It's nice to know that you guys you know each other.
Yeah, because one was really young, but like, and the other one does. And it's hard. It is hard to kind of, those family dynamics.
And I think with kids, like, at least in my, the thing that matters to, what I have realized, like, I got to figure this out now. Like, I've carried a lot of emotional baggage with me over the years, and I'm the only one it hurt.
Yeah.
And then now you're
like... And they'll ask you something, you'll be like, oh man, that's me, right? Okay, so...
I gotta... Yeah. No, I equate it to like climbing a mountain. I'm like, now we have to teach our children how to climb a mountain.
Yeah.
And how can I tell them where the pitfalls are if I haven't already tried to work around them myself and try to really grow through them? So...
Well, and allowing them, they're gonna find their own. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be who they are. And as much as they are us, they're totally different. You know what I'm saying? They, especially like my two are very different from each other.
Yeah.
Completely.
How old are they now?
They're he's 9 and she's gonna be 11 in June.
Oh wow.
So, but they're very different.
Yeah. Having siblings sets you up for like difficult situations in life.
Yeah.
It's not just about feeling like loved and cared for through life, you know, like I can do like
social skills as well.
Yeah, I mean, you know, being in Hollywood, it's like it can be brutal. And so I think I have tougher skin because I have siblings. And also on the other side, I have people who really know who I am. So if I've ever been, you know, if I'm ever going through a tough spot in my life, like they're the ones who are like, hey, like, we know we have your back all the time, no matter what.
Oh, you gotta have those people. When you get together with your friends and neighbors, there are often games and snacks involved, if you're cool. So it's time to play America's fastest growing game in the grocery store dip aisle. We made it up. This is Ping Pong Snack Attack. Ping Pong Snack Attack. Here to host, please welcome a very talented man, Golden Globe, Emmy, and Peabody winner, and creator and star of the hit series Hacks, which you can see on HBO and Max. Let's say hello to Paul W. Downs.
Of course. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. I hope I'm qualified.
We're ready.
Here we go. Thank you, Kelly. So, allow me to explain how Ping Pong Snack Attack works. Kelly and Olivia will take turns serving ping pong balls at this target on the board, and points are clearly marked. Each circle is filled with a different delectable dip. Ranch, yogurt, which is Olivia's favorite, and salsa. Snacking is encouraged, and all ping pong balls have been sanitized, which is good because they asked me to store them.
Okay.
So before the shots, we're going to ask bonus point trivia questions about games played in groups. If you get it right, you get 2 balls, and if you get it wrong, you just get 1.
Okay.
All right, you guys ready?
Yes.
Ready.
Okay, let's go. Kelly, you're up first.
Okay.
In what game are you either it or not it?
Tag.
Yes!
Yes.
Okay. Olivia, this is you.
I'm so nervous.
What classic parlor game uses many motions but no words?
Charades!
Yes! Okay. Very good.
Yeah. Let's do it at the same time. Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready? 1, 2.
Wait, do we have to hit? Yeah, hit.
1,
okay.
2, 3.
Oh no! What'd you?
We get 2 balls.
Ready?
I'm going. That's my favorite. I didn't get it in there, but whatever.
Okay, there we go.
Oh my God, I love chips and salsa.
Okay, we got a strawberry.
It's never not
strawberry
good, you know?
into some yogurt.
Oh, yeah. Okay, fruit and yogurt.
Oh,
That's
you
a
went,
parfait.
I was going to go healthy, too. And yeah. It was my first point, but I was like, I'll leave those for you.
Okay, maybe.
All right.
All right, Kelly,
Okay,
you're up again.
yes.
What group games test strength and sturdiness by pulling on a rope?
Oh, tug of war.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm very good at this.
Olivia?
Paul.
If you are decoding esoteric clues one by one on your way to a big prize, what kind of hunt are you on?
A scavenger
Yes!
hunt. Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry?
Paul. You know, everyone at home is thinking that I'm so dumb.
No.
It takes me.
No,
I
you
get
just got
so
it right.
excited.
You
It's
got it.
scavenger.
You got it.
And honestly, I was going to say escape room. I don't
Okay,
know.
ready?
Okay.
Oh!
Una más. Yeah!
Okay.
I'm going to go.
No, I'm
Is
gonna
this
go-
ranch?
That's ranch, yeah.
Watch what I do, people.
Okay.
Pay attention and learn.
Okay.
This pickle is a very specific pickle. You guys, somebody must have heard Vlasic kosher dill pickle.
I love pickles. I don't care what the hell it is.
Really? But this one, this one's my childhood. This was like specific.
You hear that? Okay. So when I say go, Kelly and Olivia are going to hit ping pong balls as quickly as they can at the target.
Oh my gosh.
They must stop when they hear. There it is.
Okay.
Okay. You ready?
Yes.
Set.
Yeah.
Go.
sit here the whole time. And I was like, I gotta get it.
Okay, I think I'm supposed to do the math. Which is like,
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I forgot
It's
we were
exciting.
counting. Oh, you got a 10?
Okay, there's one 10.
You're
There's a pink
impressive.
10. The winner is Miss Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah!
Yeah.